crystalloids and colloids. Thomas Graham in 1861 observed that certain solutes such as starch, glue, gelatin, etc. could not pass through the parchment membrane, while the ordinary solutes such as sodium chloride, urea, sugar, etc. can easily do so. Graham called the former solutes as colloids, while the latter were called crystalloids. It was found that particular substance would be crystalloid in one solvent and a colloidal in the other. For example, in aqueous solution, NaCl is a crystalloid, while in benzene it behaves as colloid. Crystalloids and colloids. Further studies of the behaviors of these solutes have shown that the nature of the substance, whether colloid or crystalloid, depends upon the particle size. When the size of the particle is between 10 raised to the power minus 9 meter to 10 raised to the power minus 7 meter, it behaves like a colloid, and in case it is less than this range, it gives the characteristics of crystalloids. Thus, colloid is not a substance, but it is a state of a substance which depends upon the molecular size. True solution, colloidal solution and suspension. On the basis of particle size of the substance, the solution may be divided into three types. These are true solutions, suspensions, colloidal solutions. True solution. It is a homogeneous solution which contains small solute particles dispersed throughout the solvent. For example, the solution of sodium chloride in water, the particle size is less than nanometer. The particles of a solute in a true solution are invisible under microscope, and its particle can pass through ordinary filter paper as well as through animal membrane. Suspension. It is a heterogeneous mixture which contains small insoluble particles. The particle size is more than 100 nanometer. For example, dirt particles in water. The particles of a suspension may not be visible to the naked eye but are visible under a microscope. The particle of a suspension can neither pass through an ordinary filter paper nor through animal membrane. Colloidal solution. It is a heterogeneous solution which contains particles of intermediate size. For example, milk. The particles of a colloidal solution have diameters between 1 to 100 nanometer. Such particles cannot be normally seen with the naked eye. However, light reflected by them can be seen under a ultra microscope. The particles of a colloidal solution can pass through ordinary filter paper but not through animal membrane. Classification of colloids. Colloids are classified on the basis of the following criteria: physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium, nature of interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium, type of particles of the dispersed phase. Classification based on physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. A colloidal solution is of heterogeneous nature. It consists of two phases, that is a dispersed phase and a dispersion medium. Dispersed phase. It is the component present in small proportion and is just like a solute in a solution. For example, in the colloidal solution of silver in water, the former acts as a dispersed phase. Dispersion medium. It is generally component present in excess and is just like a solvent in a solution. In the example of silver, water acts as a dispersion medium. Thus, the particles of the dispersed phase are distributed in the dispersion medium. Out of solid, liquid and gas, each one can act as a dispersed phase and dispersion medium, leading to 8 types of colloidal system. The examples of the various types of colloids along with their typical names are listed in the table. Classification of colloids. Depending upon the nature of interaction between dispersed phase and the dispersion medium, the colloidal solution can be classified in 2 types as lyophilic colloids, lyophobic colloids. Lyophilic colloids. The colloidal solution in which the particles of the dispersed phase have a great affinity or love for the dispersion medium are called lyophilic colloids. These solutions are easily formed and the lyophilic colloids are reversible in nature. In case water acts as the dispersion medium, the lyophilic colloids are called hydrophilic colloid, for example, glue, gelatin, starch, proteins, rubber, etc. Lyophobic colloids. The colloidal solution in which there is no affinity or love between particles of the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium are called lyophobic colloids. Such solutions are formed with difficulty. These are irreversible in nature. In case the dispersion medium is water, the lyophobic solution is called hydrophobic colloid. For example, the solutions of metals like silver and gold, metal sulfides like arsenic sulfide, etc. Depending upon the molecular size, the colloids can be classified as multimolecular colloids, macromolecular colloids, associated colloids. Multimolecular. Multimolecular colloids are formed when on this solution a large number of atoms of a substance aggregate to form species having size with diameters less than 1 nanometer in the colloidal range. For example, salts of gold atoms and sulfur molecules. Macromolecular colloids. Macromolecules have large molecular masses. These on this solution in a suitable solvent form a solution in which the size of the macromolecules may be in the colloidal range. Such systems are called macromolecular colloids. These colloids are quite stable and resemble true solutions in many respects. Example of naturally occurring macromolecules are starch, cellulose, proteins, and enzymes. Example of man-made macromolecules are polyether, nylon, polystyrene, etc. Associated colloids. These are the substances which behave as normal electrolytes at low concentration but behave as colloidal particles at higher concentration. These associated particles are also called micelles. For example, in aqueous solution, soap, sodium stearate ionizes into stearate ion and sodium ion. In concentrated solution, these ions get associated to form an aggregate of colloidal size.